You started.
Nadie.
Look what you started, John.
I can't translate. Enrique,
No te lo voy a
Enrique, I need a
decir. No
translator.
funciona. No
Deanna, start
funciona.
over.
No,
I have my
What does she say in Perez?
Oh my gosh, Deanna, I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah. What? No, don't be mad at me. No, I don't need two people mad at me in many different.
Look, you're just upsetting my friend
If you
right
leave,
now.
I'm leaving,
She
Deanna,
does not
all right,
like
fine,
your games, John.
Mom, Isha.
Asta.
What is happening?
Wait, start over. I just got the translator to work.
Oh, yeah, we're doing it right on this hump day, everyone. Look, to the left, Felicia Lawrence here to the left, and then you may be right, Amy Rutledge, and I might be crazy, John Hansen.
Okay,
right
I was wondering where you're going with that one, John.
You see what I got? Yeah, I did it all.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
I felt like
clearly you're bringing the
so I'm
energy
trying to
today.
Bring it, yeah.
Bring it. All right, well, bring your opinion. What? Oh, you
see
that?
Oh, there you go.
I'm just shouting it out. I just want to shout it out. I did my civic duty.
All right, that's good, because you want change where you live, you need to vote. And we're talking about the city's budget, which Mayor Lori Lightfoot announced today, of course, a $1.2 billion shortfall. So here's some of the highlights. $94 million property tax increase, which she says will amount to about $56 a year for a medium price home. $500 million they want to refinance to restructure some of that debt. There's a lot of other things. We're talking about a gas tax increase, layoffs in the city, the police force, eliminating vacant positions, and kind of, restructuring things, trying to juggle it around and fill in some of the gaps.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, John.
No, I was just going to say, obviously, there's a lot to unpack here, and our own Brandon Pope going to join the conversation, too, as well. We were chiming about this all before the pre-show meeting. And, Brandon, one of the things you quickly pointed out was what's really trending all over the place is Lightfoot's decision where to go with the police.
Yeah, that's what a lot of activists are talking about and just general Chicagoans. There was a poll that was put out, a survey by the mayor's office asking what people wanted to do about the police. And the overwhelming amount of people that responded say that they support reallocating money, aka defunding the police. And then Mayor Lori Lightfoot all out saying she's not doing it. And you have to scratch your head when you look at how much money goes to police and then how much they actually cost the city when you talk about police misconduct claims. They cost over $213 million to private lawyers since 2004 in police misconduct suits, $83 million just last year alone. That's a lot of money that could be cut from the budget if you actually just reallocate where your resources go. So it just seems for a progressive mayor to claim she's progressive to all out dismiss this idea seems a little far-fetched in a time of crisis and cost cutting.
And I wonder if that has anything to do with the consent decree, just because we have so much that's already happening with police reform in our community. I wonder if she feels like let's focus on that and try to get that in place before we talk about cutting funds. I still think that needs a little bit more attention. Of the overall budget, obviously the property taxes is what stood out to me. I think a lot of us kind of expected when we saw $1.2 billion deficit, we kind of expected property taxes to go up. The question is, will they ever come down? Usually taxes go up. They don't typically go back down. That's what I want to know, but only the future.
Yeah, but
will
I was kind of surprised at how it's not that big of a hit. If you have a $250,000 home, they say you'll pay about an extra $50 in taxes over an entire year. So extrapolate that out to whatever house you got. I'm on the low end, but if you got like $1 million house, it's $200 extra a year. If it's going to help close the budget, that's an important thing to do.
Yeah, it just depends on where that home is. Then if you have to add the gas tax to it, if you pay to get yourself to work, that's a large amount of money that hits some people when they really can't afford it in a year that has been nutso with people's money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thanks, Brandon.
She just kicked off her second season of the now Emmy award-winning talk show. Tamron Hall, front of the jam, is here with us today.
And she's in the studio, and we are so jealous, Tamron.
Oh, John and Amy, we have done these little regular chats with each other on Zoom, on Skype, on whatever we could get connected over the past 7 months. And I've been at home. Now, to your point, I'm back in studio. We kicked off our second season at the beginning of September. And I have to be honest with you, it's good to be in the studio. I do miss seeing Moses every 3 seconds.
Of course.
But I do like having a break from Moses while I'm trying to do my job. So it's great.
That's an awful pretty shiny statue you got there over your shoulder, too.
Oh, this thing right here? This thing right here, you mean? I mean, this is called a humble brag. It's so embarrassing that it's here, but I'm so honored, and I never imagined. This is the Emmy that I won for Best Informative Daytime Talk Show Host in our first season. And Amy, you know, listen, it's surreal to be honored by your peers and to get an Emmy. It wasn't on things I thought were possible for me this first season, but here it is. And it's actually really heavy. I've never come this close to one. So there you have it. It's near me now.
I got to say, Tamara, every time I look at who is coming up on your show or who you have on, you have got the names that people want to hear from immediately, whether it's Carol Baskin, Chris Evans, Brandy coming up. I mean, you guys you're always on the pulse of who people want to hear from.
Well, that's what we say. We're talking to the people you're talking about. And it's so weird how you speak things into existence. At the beginning of this season, I was with my team, my executive producer, Candy Carter, and I said, that is going to be our season 2. We are talking to the people you are talking about. And so many of these people, to your point, Carol Baskin, who answered the questions about the rumors and the things that people say regarding her husband, from, Netflix Tiger King to Nene Leakes leaving the Housewives of Atlanta abruptly. She gave us her first and exclusive interview on why she was leaving the franchise in such an ugly way, to be quite honest with you, that things went down. So we are talking to the people you're talking about. We did a show not long ago on what it means to be non-binary in the year 2020. I can't tell you how many emails we were flooded with and tweets and social media posts from people either saying, you helped me explain this to my parent, or I finally heard my story on your show, and you let people know what it means to be non-binary. So it's not just about celebrities, even though we had Chris, as you mentioned, Chris Evans on right after those pictures popped up on social media. I had already planned to have Chris on the show. We were supposed to do some work together before the lockdown. So he was planned, scheduled to come on the show. Next thing I know, I went on my phone and Chris Evans is trending, and I was scared to click why. And I clicked, oh, that's why. Hot phone, put it down, put it down. And Chris, I was so proud of him. He didn't cancel. He was like, listen, if I'm going to talk about it with anybody, I'm going to talk about it with you, Tamara. So it was great. But to your point, and thank you, John, Amy, for your support. We just try to have the conversations that people are having. An exclusive on Tamron Hall. Tamar Braxton, she is talking about the suicide attempt. Her fiance, now former fiance, has made allegations of domestic violence. So we have that coming up at the end of October. It's been something, Amy, I've been working on now, honestly, for many, many weeks since all of this started. And when someone is dealing with mental health issues, as it appears she may be dealing with, it takes time. So we were waiting for her to say she was ready in her own voice, in her own time. And now Tamar Braxton is breaking her silence, and she's joining us to come on the show to talk about it.
That is fabulous. It sounds like it's going to be another great season. Tamron, we are so glad to talk to you again. Always great to have you on the show. We wish you the best of luck, and congrats on the Emmy.
This whole thing? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And of course, you can catch Tamron Hall on CW26 at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. on the U.
Love it and love this. The iconic Star Trek franchise is introducing itself to a new generation with the new franchise Discovery. Brandon Pope caught up with the show's star, Senequa Martin-Green. You chatted her up, B. Pope. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Felicia? Pretty good conversation. Star Trek, it's been around for about 50 years. This iconic series, it's about aliens, it's about space, beaming people up. But for some reason, the creators had a tough time imagining black people in their stories. Green aliens, purple aliens, no black people, doesn't make a lot of sense there. That is until now. I spoke with Senequa Martin-Green about being a trailblazer and taking Star Trek somewhere it's never gone before. With you being the first black woman to lead a Star Trek franchise, you are Black history. When you hear that statement, how does that make you feel?
It makes me want to cry. I actually feel like I'm gonna cry right now. Let me try to stop it. Because I've actually, oh no, I'm gonna cry.
Oh no. Let it out. Let it out.
Oh, I'm trying so hard. Because I've actually never heard it put that way.
Mm.
I feel that I have an intellectual understanding of the magnitude of it, especially as it relates to young girls, because I can remember being a young girl, and I can remember needing to see myself. And now, you know, it's not just that I'm a Black woman, it's also that I'm a genius. It's also that Michael Burnham is integral. It's also that, you know, she is a leader, that she is sacrificial, that she is strong yet vulnerable. These are the things that that really that really take this to the next level, because it's not just seeing yourself, it's seeing yourself at your highest potential. It still to this day blows my mind and melts me, being able to be here, especially right now with everything going on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're so proud of you and happy to see you, you know, front and center here with this show. So season 3, Star Trek Discovery, the Starfleet crew has been displaced. What can we expect with this new season?
Oh my gosh, the issues that come from being displaced is what you can see.
It was real.
Yeah, I believe that this season is courageous, and it will bring us closer together, and there will be growth like never before for Michael Burnham and for each character.
A trailblazer indeed. You can catch Star Trek Discovery on CBS All Access, now streaming. That was good.
Hey there, I'm Diana Gutierrez with the news you need to know to end your day. Illinois just recorded its deadliest coronavirus-related death toll since June. The state continues to see a rise in new cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. 69 people died over a 24-hour period. A Waukegan police officer fatally shot a teen after the car he was in reversed toward them following a traffic stop. The driver, a woman in her 20s, was also injured. Body cam and squad car footage has been turned over to the Lake County State's Attorney's office. And Purdue Pharma, the company who makes the OxyContin painkiller, who many say has helped create the opioid epidemic, agreed to plead guilty to 3 federal criminal charges as part of an $8 billion settlement. Criminal charges include fraud and violation of federal kickback laws. More than 470,000 deaths have been linked to opioid abuse since 2000. And for the first time in his papacy, Pope Francis says he's cool with same-sex civil unions. Now, the papal thumbs up is part of a documentary called Francesco. It premiered today at the Rome Film Festival. And midway through, Pope Francis says, quote, "Homosexual people have a right to be in a family. They are children of God. You can't kick someone out of a family nor make their life miserable for this. What we have to have is a civil union law. That way, they are legally covered." Now, there's a difference between the Pope's opinion and official church teachings, which we can imagine, and it's a little bit unclear. At least people are saying it's unclear where the statement kind of falls.
Sorry, I'm just playing my 2020 bingo card, and I did not have that the Pope would be more left than the Supreme Court nominee. But hey, 2020, you invent a new card. Great day for everyone. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Go ahead, Amy.
No, I was gonna say, I had a question. What does it mean that he says that, other than the fact that obviously it's wonderful news that, to see the way that, at least his thoughts, but in the church, does it mean anything?
I don't know, but
I guess
he's the
that's
Pope.
He's an influential guy. I got that.
Yeah, I just want to say that, we can disagreeing about same-sex marriage is one thing, but I think we should all be able to agree that members of the LGBTQ plus community need to have the same rights and privileges that everyone else has that marriage provides. So,
Yeah, I just want to
about
add
time.
one thing to that, Felicia, and I think what you're going on here is important because there's a lot of my friends that are a lot more Catholic or a lot more religious than I realize that are part of that community, and they are heralding this as a huge day. So for me to make a joke about it is because I have a little bit more, I'm born into this, Protestant faith that's a little bit more accepting. It's a huge day for Catholics in the LGBT community.
Yeah. And he noted civil union, like we need to take a closer look at providing civil unions to those folks.
Right.
So I think that certainly covers it because, I identify as religious and I identify as a Christian. So that way everyone is somewhat happy. Their needs are being taken care of at least.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if this conversation evolves. If it does, that he'll have to bring it up to other people in power. And then that's when we talk about the church getting definitely more just in tune with kind of what's going on. Are the changes going to happen? Should we be, concerned about that if we are talking about church specifically? But check this next story out. We're switching gears here completely. 14 years later, Sacha Baron Cohen's Borat is back to stir up trouble. Check this out.
I was instructed to return to Yankee Land to carry out secret mission. I go to America!
Okay, that trouble is for Rudy Giuliani. The former mayor has been playing defense since details emerged this morning about his big cameo appearance. The scene involves Borat's 15-year-old daughter posing as a reporter. Now, the two are in a hotel room. Following the interview, Giuliani kind of leans back on the bed, appearing to be touching himself inappropriately. Borat walks in. Giuliani's like, hold on a second. No, I was just fixing my mic. The former mayor told WABC actually that he was tucking his shirt back in because he had taken it out to take his mic out. Big excuse here. But he also blamed the editing as payback for turning over documents on Hunter Biden. Whoa.
Okay, I got to start off by first just correcting one thing. It was an actress who's 24 years old portraying Borat's 15-year-old daughter.
Yes.
All of this entire scene was consensual as well, although Giuliani did not know that this was a scene for a movie. And if you guys remember back in July, he made reference to Sacha Baron Cohen busting in on an interview of his and kind of wrote it off. I still think at the time he didn't even know what was going on. The pictures, however, are pretty damning. I don't know if his tucking excuse is right, but I can't wait to see the movie.
I just want to say I'm uncomfortable with this implication. In all fairness, not a fan of Rudy Giuliani, but in all fairness, I just think it's too much. Society is too sensitive with everything that's going on right now. I think it's an unfair implication.
I'm going back to my 2020 bingo card to see if this one is on there. And I tell you what, it's not. That's it for me.
You guys know, we're all in TV. You know how hard it is to get these mics on and these IFBs and everything. So, I mean, it's possible, right?
I have never laid on a bed to take a microphone off. Okay? Yeah.
I mean, what if you had like super tight
I can't
hands?
say I've never done that. I can't say I've
put
never
my
done
mic in my
that.
pants.
Let's
All right,
get a
Krista,
little
save
bit.
us. Please save us.
Yes.
Let's talk about some food, shall we? So Chicago, coming up, if you're looking for some more food-to-go options, we've got one that is simply bellissimo. And here's a live look outside with the Royal Sonesta Chicago Riverfront Cam. We'll be right back.
I get to introduce you all to some really great restaurants around our area, but there is a special place in my heart for what I call carb castles. You call them Italian restaurants. Let's take a look at this one.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to Mambo Italiano. Come on in. Hey everybody, Salvatore Cardone, chef owner at Mambo Italiano Ristorante in Mundelein, Illinois. So the history of Mambo Italiano, we've been here for almost 16 years. September 15th of 2004 is when we opened. I won a $40,000 scratch-off lottery ticket. I was 26 years old and I ended up opening up Mambo Italiano. So some of the favorites that people come to Mambo for, we have an excellent eggplant parmesan. We have a berjol, which people go nuts for when we don't have it on special. It's every week we're getting a phone call about when is the berjol going to be out on special. Today we do a U10 scallops that are amazing. That pretty much every week we have to have them on special because people ask us for them. Just a wide variety: veal chops, rack of lamb, pretty much anything that pertains to Italian we've done. Growing up as a kid, I always was around the kitchen with my grandmother, my mother. Growing up in the restaurant business, my stepfather had a Italian restaurant. One of my uncles had an Italian restaurant. It's always been a dream to me to just have this type of establishment, to be able to give to my customers whatever I've experienced as a young person growing up. Seafood risotto. It's one of my favorites growing up as a kid. Clams, mussels, calamari, shrimp, scallops. It's got a 5-ounce lobster tail, and it's just served over a nice, beautiful bed of risotto rice. That's actually my go-to dish when I don't know what to eat at my own place. It's amazing that we have the customers that we have that have been here for 16 years with us. A lot of them have become friends and family, and it's just unreal to be in this town and to accomplish what we have accomplished as a team and as a restaurant. I just want to say thank you to all of our customers and thank you for all of the support through this COVID and even before COVID and for creating Mambo to be what it is today. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much. And thank you for listening to my story.
No, dude, thank you. Mambo Italiano there in Mundelein. And you can catch Chicago Food to Go every Sunday morning at 11:30 in the morning as well. All right, we'll be right back.
Like people in their 20s and 30s, they just don't get it yet. People in their 20s and 30s are like, let's get up! You wanna get up? No, I don't wanna get up. I don't. If I wanna get up at my age, I'll eat some cheese.
Sounds like me.
That'll do
Man,
it.
I wish I could still eat pizza.
I can't wait to chat with him. I love that whole, his like class of SNL and all the stuff they did is so killer.
Yes.
Yes, 90 to 94, that group, they're amazing.
So good.
And
I know he's doing like a lot
he's
more.
coming up.
Yes, he's coming up. He's going to be here. Well, he'll be
What's
like
your favorite
in another
Rob Schneider
box.
movie?
I love him in
Favorite-
Waterboy. Billy Madison's great too, of course. Yeah.
I
50
literally
Stains.
just watched Baby Daddy. I literally just watched that.
Baby Daddy.
Mm,
Yes.
Am I
Yeah,
pretty
we're gonna
yet,
chat with him
guys, or
coming
what?
up.
What's the version?
Huh?
Am I pretty yet, or what? I gotta get pretty for Rob Schneider.
You're the only one who touches up your makeup out of the three of us.
Oh, wait. Okie dokie. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday evening to you all. I'm John Hanson. We got Amy Rutledge and Felicia Lawrence. Did I get the day right? You gave me a look, Amy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
I had to
Wednesday.
think about it for a second. Wednesday. I'm like, it's been a long week already. It's only Wednesday.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so this time capsule was found this summer at ComEd headquarters at 3500 North California, and it was put in the ground in 1987, and it's supposed to be open in 2037. I had to count because I'm like, okay, how many years is that? 50 years, in case anyone was wondering. Unfortunately, right now, 2037 doesn't actually sound that far away to me. Now that we are where we are. I know. Well, they found it, and in one writing, it was predicted there would no longer be bigotry, anti-Semitism, or discrimination of any kind in our country. So 17 years from now, we're supposed to accomplish a lot.
They were hopeful.
I get like they wanted to open up and it was like hidden, but it says clearly on the outside of it, open in 2037. Like, why of all years would any archaeological dig involve opening? Did anyone not see Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark? I mean, you do not open a box before it's supposed to be opened.
I only think the difference is they were taking the building down to rebuild the building. So I think it had to be moved. I don't know the circumstances because I don't think it was intended originally to ever come down. They thought it was going to stay part of the structure, but the whole structure came down. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I was like 87. That's not a time capsule. That was like my teenage years. I'm just kidding.
That was peak Amy Rutledge. That was you rocking it. Yeah. She had the hair.
It's just sad. It's showing how we got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. I feel stressed now.
Yeah, no kidding.
The pressure's on, man. Bigotry made a big comeback in the last few years. We got to push that back. And we only got 17 years to do it. I do not like our chances.
Well, you don't have to stress, Felicia, if you walk out of your house and you forget your PPE, because if you're going to jump on the CTA, you actually are going to get a little help from the CTA folks. They announced today that they are planning to install PPE vending machines at 6 different train stations to start, and then hopefully roll it out to others down the line. Hand sanitizer, disposable face masks, gloves, wipes, prices ranging from under $4 to about $10 for an item, depending on what you need. So that's handy, even if you have to jump in the train station just to get that.
I don't want to pay for this. It's good that it's there, but I'm going to be packing. I always pack an extra mask for me and then one for my little Teddy too.
Yes, that's true too.
I hope that they take these vending machines and they contract them out for a 99-year lease or so. It'll get us till the next pandemic, and then we make no money on that sort of thing. That would be so Chicago to have a money-making thing ready to go and then give it to somebody else like the parking meters deal, if that wasn't obvious enough. But no, actually, I think it's very smart. And I don't know, Amy, I didn't read there. Can you use your Venture cards when you do it?
It didn't say.
That would be smart because, like, honestly, like there are times when you leave the house, you think you got the mask in your pocket or something like that, and the last place you want to be is right before you get on the train, right? Like that's when you're probably 10-minute walk from your house or wherever it is. So yeah, that price, it might be a little higher than you'd get at some other places, but hey, for convenience and to be safe, totally worth it. Smart move.
So I wonder, going down the line,
need them in a little while.
Will we be able to use the excuse at work, the dog ate my mask, so I couldn't get on the train? Will that be a thing sometime?
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be. I could see that.
Yeah, for sure. Perhaps.
Well, this might make you smile too, guys. The hero of late nights at Chicago bars is getting his own beer. We're talking about the tamale guy. Claudio Velez is known for selling tamales at bars for years. And so he recently launched his own restaurant in Ukrainian Village in August. And now they're coming out with a new beer in honor of him. It's called El Rey de Tamal, the King of Tamale. It's a hazy pale ale inspired by paletas on tap at Solemn Oath in Naperville. And then, of course, you can get it Friday. It's going to go fast, so you got to get your pre-orders in immediately. Well, they start tomorrow at 5.
Deanna's
Guys,
here.
I
You
just
know
have
a
to
lot about the
say,
story, yeah.
yeah. No, I just have to say, this is the same man who they started a GoFundMe page for because he was fighting coronavirus a couple weeks ago, and so he made it out. He was fine. It's just it shows you how much the community cares about someone who is as impactful as Velez, because honestly, it's very few and far between of people like that, and he just means so much to the community. And on top of that, he sells tamales. I mean, like, you can't go wrong.
Right. Well, like, here's the thing about Chicago. This is what I love about our city. We truly are a city of neighborhoods, and each neighborhood has like their own celebrities. You know what I mean? Like, everyone kind of knows the guy who does this, the girl who does that, and it just makes us feel, no, really, but it makes us feel a lot more connected. I know I'm kind of wax poetic here about this, but you see it on the message boards. When these stories happen and bad things happen to good people, people rally and make some really great stuff out of it. So I don't know. I love Chicago.
That's where the Midwest is so different from other large cities, because a lot of people born and bred and they don't leave here. And so they know the guy across the street since they were 5 years old and how much he's helped the neighborhood. And that's why people rally around. I feel like you lose that in some other big metropolises. Metropoli.
Yeah. So true. Metropolises.
Metropoli.
Yeah, that's what you did, man. Thanks, Dean, for weighing in on that.
Thanks,
we
Dean.
appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crying at work, typically not an advisable thing to do, but 41% of women have cried at work. 9% of men say that they've cried at work. Really big difference in the numbers there. But what about Zoom calls? Now the world of work from home and home life, work and home life have blended. So is it okay to cry on a Zoom call? Has it happened to anybody, any of you?
I don't think it's happened to me. We have the lovely excuse, though, be like, oh, the lights bother my eyes. I got my makeup. Oh, you can do that. But I think it's actually probably a little bit better, because I would think, at least for your coworkers, that they don't maybe feel quite as awkward. They can turn their attention elsewhere. Like, if you're in the room with them, you can't ignore them, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like most of the crying would happen like in individual meetings, not in like a large group meeting. So no, I haven't cried on a Zoom call yet, but I think a lot of things we've been talking about this off the air all week long about my state of my psyche with this election and everything like that. And there have been a couple meetings, you guys have probably seen it. I mean, like, we are all bogged down in a lot of stuff right now, and whether it's the pandemic, whether it's the election, whatever it might be. So I bet those numbers are going to creep up a little bit more here in the coming days, because it all just starts to weigh on you. And I feel like, maybe you hold back a little bit at first because, Zoom was a new thing, but eventually this is the new normal. I mean, it is already, it will be more in the future, but yeah, crying's going to happen.
Yeah. I'll keep it real. I was crying during one of our Zoom calls one time. It was last week when Chrissy Teigen announced that she had a miscarriage. Now, I have not had a miscarriage, but my family is trying to conceive. And so I just felt really connected to her grief and her pain. And it was just overwhelming. There's a whole pandemic, work from home, yada, yada, the whole thing, everything else that everyone is dealing with. And it just felt like insurmountable, like all on top of me. So just keeping it real. And now the new and improved therapy, Felicia, I will say that I think it's authentic and real. If you cry at work, you cry at work. I think we probably need to work on changing that stigma, because it's human.
Yeah. Well,
for sure.
The only tears that
do
we're
it
going
every
to see.
day. Not every day.
No, not every day. And the only tears we're going to see out of this next Zoom are likely to come from some much-needed laughs. Actor and comedic legend Rob Schneider is here. So excited to have you here. This is wonderful. Performing in Schaumburg this weekend. You've got to be so excited to see real people. Maybe?
Hopefully. I don't know if what's going to happen. I heard that they're closing restaurants in Chicago again, just when things start to open up again. But hopefully I'll be there. I love Chicago, and I heard it's going to be 76 degrees for like 8 minutes tomorrow. So I'm really excited to fly in.
Yeah, it's going to snow next week. So you're really threading the needle there, Rob. That's a perfect time.
Yeah, that October surprise. It's in the 70s for the last time for the next 4 months. I love it.
The new movie, what I love about all the movies you have been a part of, not only do you have these iconic characters that last for a long time, but the cameos that you have in Hubie Halloween, they just keep on coming. Is it as fun for you guys as it is for us being on set when the cameos are taking place, as it is, getting to play around with your friends?
it's just pretty nuts because you have like one little tent where Adam Sandler's like the general in charge of everything. And you go to this other tent, you got Kevin James telling jokes. You go to this other thing, you see David Spade in there, or Chris Rock will come by. It's like old home week every week. And it's fun. And just Adam has been kind enough to take us on this crazy adventure with him and into superstardom. And he was the first guy to make a movie at Netflix, and now they're doing it all the time. So it's been incredible. It really is fun. I mean, I will say, like, just being able to, to just be on the outskirts and just watching the fun happen. It's been great. And he's always making sure that we're having a good time and having fun. It's been great. And I look forward to getting back to it. I do.
Yeah,
I want to get back to work because
the fact that you guys are having fun is probably why we all enjoy it so much, because it's come so authentic and naturally to you guys. It's really cool to see.
I didn't even know what he was thinking. Like, I thought, like, because I'm the guy that escaped mental patient in the new movie, which is kind of typecasting. And I think it was because, and he had me in a blonde wig just in case David Spade decided he could come in for the day or something. But if he didn't, it'll just be me.
Everyone is talking about how we need comedy and we need new content and we need to laugh. Do you feel like there's a certain amount of pressure that comes with that, or are you just in your element, just doing what Rob Schneider does?
Well, I mean, you have to. I mean, laughter is everything. It's the only reason my wife and I have been able to last 11 years. If we weren't laughing at this stuff, you just, especially during this, lockdown, or as I like to call it, the Lori Lightfoot lockdown. You really, she's tough, by the way. Boy, you didn't get a softie there, did you? No, you have to get to know your wife. You're there 24 hours a day with each other. It's like you and the kids, and there's nowhere to go. You can't hide for half the day going to work and come home and go, "Hi, honey, see you in a few hours." It's like you're there. You really. So it's been. It made us stronger. I mean, we wanted to strangle each other several times, but and then trying to teach my kids. I hated school, so trying to teach my kids school was I can't even know how to get on the internet. So. But it's all these things. I will say that I have performed at a few places. One of the places, David Spade called me and said, "Hey, buddy, you want to do a show?" And I went, "I don't think we're allowed to do shows yet." "No, it's a car show." And I go, "What's a car show?" "Well, the audience is all in their cars." "Yeah, and where am I?" "We're on the stage." "How do they hear us?" "They listen to the radio." "Well, how do you know if you're getting any laughs?" And he said, "You hear this?" Like,
nothing more calming than that.
I swear, I did it. Then I was driving home, and I cut somebody off, and he went, and I go, "Oh, he was at the show."
Reassuring.
I gotta ask, like, just you think about all your characters, like in the new movie and Waterboy, 50 First Dates. Is there anything that you were doing on screen that even you were embarrassed to be doing, or laugh so hard you couldn't get through?
Yes, all of it. All of it.
Good.
No, I would just. Adam does stuff. He does stuff just to make me laugh. And I remember we were doing Grown Ups, and he had me having like a wig, like I used to have, like big hair back in the early, late 80s, early 90s, and I don't anymore. But and anyway, so he put this old wig on me, and I'm kissing this woman who's a much older woman. And that was the thing. And nobody told her, by the way, until that day that we're going to be kissing. Anyway, so I just hear these guys in the booth, in the tent, laughing, watching. And I didn't realize that my wig had been blowing up like this. And of course, Adam, he keeps it in the movie. And so I would do stuff to make him laugh. Like on 50 First Dates, the movie in Hawaii where I played a Hawaiian guy. They'll never let you do that again. God forbid somebody else tries to play another nationality. I just remember, just to make him laugh, I told to somebody, I said, "Go give him," and so he gave me this joint, and then I was kind of like smoking the joint a little bit in the scene or whatever, and then when he wasn't looking, I just put it between my cheeks in the back there, and I have my shorts, very tight shorts, and as I got up to go away, and I bent over, and he saw that, and he just it made him laugh, and that's where I like put it. Between not smoking it, I would put it there as if it was a placeholder. And he
convenient though.
He thought it was really funny. And the next thing I know, I didn't realize he put it in the movie forever. And so it's that kind of stuff that, I mean, we're still making each other laugh for, 30 years plus now. And it's very special. And
I gotta tell you,
who knows?
My 10-year-old saw Grown Ups last weekend for the first time, and he was like, Mom, should he be kissing a woman at that age? And he was so creeped out by it.
You tell him no.
I kind of did, but I was like, you love who you love.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
You also tell him this. That's the way Rob has to make a living somehow, honey. And that's how he's doing it.
You're the best, Rob.
Yeah, so good. So good. Thank you so much
it's
for
been
joining
fun
us.
Thank you. The show was in Schaumburg this weekend, and it's basically dealing with all being stuck at home with you and your kids and all the stuff that you've heard was wrong and what was right and all the crazy stuff. And it's just for laughs and hope people will come. They've had a great time and I'm very happy to be back there. And I want to say, please support whatever live performances you can right now. And especially out in Schaumburg, my good friend, Tony Baldino. I mean, it's been a really tough time for live performances, as you can imagine. And so the audiences have been fantastic. They're just happy to be out of the house and have somebody else to talk to instead of their own wife or husband and kids. So the response has been fantastic, and I hope people get a chance to come out and support, the comedy and whatever, hopefully live music soon. And,
sure.
and just, and have a good time, have a good, safe, good time.
Thank you so much, Robin. We'll make sure that everybody gets all your social media handles. Watch the Netflix special. Go see him at the Improv in Schaumburg all weekend long. Great to talk to you.
Asian Mama, Mexican Kids. It's on Netflix right now. All right.
Love it.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. As he mentioned the weather, he queued it up here for me. I'm going to give you the 7-day forecast, I believe. Felicia, you can just stand there pretty too. Look at those temps plummeting Friday. I just want one note. For the first time, I've written snow ? For Monday night. Just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, I hope it melts by the time it gets to my to my ground, to my area, John.
Yes.
Yeah. As you can see in that forecast, fall is officially here. And finding the best fall products can be tricky. The go-to girlfriend, Sadie Murray, is here with her best buys to bring the spirit of the season into your home. Sadie, what's going on?
I don't think we can
missed
hear her.
you
Sadie,
guys
can you hear us?
last
Oh, there we go. Yay.
Hey, okay, guys. Okay, yes, it is fall, you guys. I'm sure it's very different for you guys in Chicago right now when it comes to the weather than it is in California, but I still have you all covered. So can we talk about beauty first? All right.
Yes.
Let's do some skincare. This is right up your alley, John. I know it. So check this out. This is brand new from Rock Skincare. This is really amazing. If your skin has been super dull, do you have these? They're little capsules. And what these are, this is the retinol. Yeah, do you have it? It's the Retinol Correction Line Soothing Serum Capsules. They're these little potent capsules full of serum that you just twist open. You put on your hand and then you put it all over your face. But it visibly reduces lines and wrinkles, smooths it out with this potent Rock retinol formula, and it does it overnight. 97% of people saw a difference in just one night. So we love that, and they're having a 25% off discount if you go to rockskincare.com. Okay, up next for our lip care. I know you guys have these. These are Dr. Paw. These are their multi-purpose balms. I love these. They're at CVS, different colors. The clear, though, is great for men and women. Great for your cuticles. If you've got dry lips, amazing for that as well. So pack this in your bag, ready to go. Okay, for hair. We do not need that frizzy hair right now, but it is happening like nobody's business. I want you to check this out from John Frieda. It's their Daily Nourishment Leave-In Conditioner from Walmart. It helps reduce the risk of breakage and split ends. I love this. You put it on your damp hair, you just style away, and it gets rid of any of that unmanageable, unruly hair that can tend to happen during the fall. So check that out. Has lots of great vitamins A, E, and C. So it gives you that vibrant look.
Tell me about it.
Okay. You guys, have you been living in your sweats like me?
Yes.
Okay, let's transition into fall fashion easily with jeans. These are jeggings from JCPenney. These are by the brand ANA. Look at this stretch. So grab
Yes.
this at jcpenney.com with some cute little booties and you're ready to go. Okay, I know you guys have been waiting for this fun interactive. I feel like I'm like a school teacher. It's really fun. Hand wash is not going anywhere. So we don't want to waste it, right? So I want you to check out this new product from Jello hand soap. It is so cool because it's all about reducing plastic waste and reusing the soaps with these cute little pods. So all you do is fill up the bottle to the little line right here with water, add your 2 pods. They're full of incredible plant-based ingredients, but also very powerful cleansing components. You shake away. It dissolves, and then you're ready to go. And this is incredible. JelloProducts.com. Okay, guys.
I know
we
we
have
only
s'mores.
have 30 seconds left. We gotta get it in.
S'mores, get your s'mores. Fannie Mae, of course, favorite Chicago, right? These are brand new, the s'mores snack mix. I love these. Crunchy graham cereal, fluffy marshmallows, and of course the Fannie Mae chocolate. But then, you guys, let's sip it on down with a cool glass of beer. These are from no. This is from mancrate.com. I love these. So
We
cute,
love
so
you.
fair.
We gotta go. We started to cut you off. Get the information there at thegotogirlfriend.com. Sadie's.
It's just good. I feel moisturized, you know?
I ate
Yeah,
all the
Felicia and John are
s'mores.
still moisturizing. We will be right back with more.
Yeah, we are.
It actually feels really good.
They were really good.
Oh, don't mind me, guys. I'm just checking up on those trends. I'll have your trending stories coming up next. All right, guys, there's a hashtag trending. How would you describe the debate in 6 words and 6 words only?
Does it matter? Probably not. Maybe?
I need another handle of vodka.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Blah, blah, already voted, blah, blah.
That's a good one. That's like that one we pulled up, too. That was a good one on Twitter. I'm going to watch that. That was like that.
No matter what. Back to my s'mores.
Have a great night, everybody.